Pierluigi Billone is an Italian composer who's been living in Germany and Austria for nearly 20 years. He's an incredible composer because his music comes so deep from within him, and the music emanates from the body. I mean, I'll talk about a bit of how his music is interpreted, but he's best known as a disciple of Lachenmann and Sciarrino. So this gives you a perspective of where his music is coming from. And I think that's probably the best way to describe his music, is that he explores new paths in composition in terms of the sounds he creates and the forms he uses, and even the instrumentation we're going to hear. We're going to hear a really unique piece which was written for two groups in Europe, one of which has this instrumentation, so I think it lends itself really well to his language. We're going to hear a new piece called Ebbe und Anders, and this is an amazing new piece that was just written last year for two solo brass players, electric guitar, cello, piano, and two percussion. It's this amazing, violent piece that'll be, I think, perfect for the Italian Academy because it's a big room, but it also offers this incredible intimacy for the subtle parts of the piece. Billone is a composer who has been central to my musical passion for years. I deeply love his music and him as a person, and now I've played 3 of his solo pieces, and for a while these are the 3 that exist. There actually are 2 new ones, but my favorite 3 are the first, of course, 3 that I learned. But after discovering his music through a mentor and real inspiration in Germany, I was totally hooked on Billone's music. Talea is really fortunate to have now a long-standing relationship with Billone. We're, I think, the only American ensemble that now has had so many chances to work with him. We commissioned a new piece from him. We've played large ensemble pieces of his. We played solo pieces. We presented him a number of times. But this is our first opportunity to really present a full evening of his music, which I think will be great for New York and great for the United States to see a retrospective of his work, a new piece, a piece that we've developed with him, this solo percussion piece that I play now that I had the opportunity to work with him really closely and to develop it over a course of a few years, actually. And his music is so fragile because of the super specific techniques that it requires to play, that one just can't pick up a score and play a piece of Billone. It really requires, like Lachenmann's music, for the composer to be present, for a real relationship to be developed between the composer, in this case Pierluigi, and the performer. In that sense, there's a deep trust that Billone offers his musicians. You know, he doesn't go around pushing his music to just anyone to be played. He wants to have this collaboration. He wants to really develop something that is deep in an emotional sense as much as a musical sense. Billone will be in residence with Talea for a week before the concert to work closely with the ensemble piece, again with me, with the solo piece, and of course a bunch of sessions with Adrian Morejon to really sculpt and refine all of this music. But he appreciates jazz, he appreciates rock and roll, and then when he references these things in his music, when he speaks about his music, that is, this is where really the sense of a really human sense comes alive. Yeah, the concert on April 8th is an opportunity to hear Pierluigi's music in a perfect environment.